Dear students, in this module, we'll be continuing with our ongoing chapter, Chapter 3, Plant Kingdom. We'll be basically discussing about bryophytes over here. Bryophytes, they are referred to as the amphibians of the plant kingdom. The study of bryophytes is what is referred to as bryology. The reason why they are referred to amphibians is because they are found both in land as well as water. They basically require water for the process of fertilization. Father of Indian bryology is Professor Shiv Ram. Talking about the habitats, they are generally found in damp, humid, shady places. The body form is better differentiated than the thallophytes. They have a thallus-like structure. They have root, stem-like, leaf-like structures. The root-like structures are referred to as the rhizoids. The stem and basically the frond are the leaves. They bear the capsule which produces the spore. The dominant phase in the life cycle is the gametophytic phase. Talking about the bryophytes, they exhibit alternation in life cycle, that is between gametophyte and the sporophyte. The gametophyte is haploid in nature and the sporophyte is diploid in nature. The gametophyte produces the male and the female gametes. Now these gametes, they will fuse to produce a diploid zygote, which later on develops into the embryo. It will not undergo meiosis simultaneously and will give rise to the sporophyte, which is diploid in nature. The sporophyte later will undergo meiosis to produce the spores. The spores which are produced are haploid in nature. So here we can see that the plant body, that is the gametophyte. Gametophyte is the dominant phase. It is the thalloid body. It is photosynthetic in nature and the sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte for the purpose of nutrition. The sex organs in bryophytes, they are multicellular. They have the female thallus and the male thallus. The female thallus bears the archegoniophore, which produces egg, and the anthridiophore, which produces the antherozoids. So this is the underlying structure of the anthridium with the sperm and the archegonia with the egg. So we can see here the differentiation between the male. This is the male gametophyte and this over here is referred to as the female gametophyte. The male sex organ is the anthridium. The female sex organ, that's the archegonium. The male gamete is the antherozoid and the female gamete is the egg. Antherozoids, that is the male gamete, they are released in water. They'll reach the archegonium and the fusion takes place between the antherozoid and the egg to produce the zygote, which is a single cell having two nuclei. Its ploidy is diploid. It is diploid in nature, that is 2n, where n refers to the number of chromosomes. The zygote immediately does not undergo meiosis. It will produce the multicellular body, which is referred to as the sporophyte. So the sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte and it is diploid in nature. This is the diagrammatic representation of the male gametophyte and the female gametophyte, bearing the male and the female reproductive structures. The sporophyte which is produced, that is diploid in nature, it will produce the spores which are haploid after undergoing the process of meiosis, which is referred to as the reduction division. Talking about the importance of bryophytes, some mosses, they provide food for herbaceous mammals. Species of sphagnum, a moss that provides peat, that's a form of coal which is used as fuel. The dry peat has got water absorption capacity and it is used as packaging material for transshipment of living material. They are ecologically important because of their role in plant succession, and mosses along with lichens, they bring about the decomposition of rock. They are used to form dense mat on the soil and thus they help to prevent the process of soil erosion. Bryophytes are the first embryophytes. They are used as fuel. They are used as food for majority of the animals. Bryophytes are further subdivided into three classes, that is liverworts, hornworts and musci. In this module, we had a detailed discussion on the bryophyte and the economic importance of bryophytes. Thank you.